Marcio, how many times you have been WAF champion? How many times?
5.
5 times WAF champion.
Yeah.
And Arnold Classics?
2 times.
2 times. Zloty Tour never.
I only have the experience like
2017, I think you. Yeah, 2017.
2017.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It wasn't so good, but
You lost on fouls. I think all the matches, almost all the matches.
I was so concerned about that because it's been a long time. It was a long time without pulling and that type of rules.
And you get used to
It
double
kind
L.
of- I froze a little bit, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Not
remember
WL,
you and,
but
you and
American
Krasimir.
Generals are different.
You and Krasimir had a war there, didn't you? Had a long match, hook match.
Yes.
Long. Also, I think you had a long match with a Russian or Kazakh or something also inside.
No. I basically flash. I flash Yoshi Kanai. I flash Ukrainian. I flash. I don't know. I flashed like maybe four or 5 guys. I only lost to Krasi
Kochak.
on fouls.
And
then
to
at the
Kochak.
quarterfinals,
Kochak,
I
yeah.
believe, a guy
It was in the overalls. Overalls, it was the other one.
Oh, okay.
In the weight class, he pulled with Krasimir, long match. I remember in
Yes.
hook.
Yes.
I think
remember.
maybe a few stars they did, a few stars even.
Yeah,
you know.
and Marcio lost on fouls. Yeah.
Yeah. They were like this, like almost the same as the super match in Wal.
Yes.
Yeah,
quite
and then
similar.
in the quarterfinals, I lost to a Russian kid that I was killing him, but I flashed him so hard, they said my elbow went up. Then I took his hand, then I pinned him down slowly, and they said it was a micro elbow foul there, and I'm like, I even pay $50 to see if they're for them to check the video, and then they said if the 2 refs see the elbow foul, they won't even allow me to see the video. And my friend was recording, and we didn't see a foul because I went slow. I don't know. It sucks because that guy took 3rd place, and I could be in a final with Krasi. I mean, that's how bad it is. And I took 8th place.
You had. What is your? We asked the same question to who did we ask? Krasimir. We asked. Just tell us your 3 biggest wins. It's classic. It comes from Janis. You know.
That's a good question.
Yes. But where? When? But which one?
Every time I beat him, it's
No, just tell me one of them that you know it meant more than the others.
Like John
Maybe
Brezek
that one
2004,
because
John
it's the
Brezek,
first
and
time
all
now.
3.
What's that, Marcio?
Maybe that one in Tahoe because it was the first time.
Yeah.
So it's when you kind of understand that you're in another level, let's say.
Yeah. Everyone was shocked in the room. Everyone.
I know.
Like we were like
Saw everybody's
strapped,
face.
ready to go.
Like,
You know, Janis, John. You don't see John losing like that against someone in his class. It was like this, you know. Seriously, it was back pressure and the side pressure. We were like, what the hell, you know, what's happening there, you know?
yeah, everybody's in shock. It was shocked. I mean, it was nice. I'm not sure if he's one of the best, but remember that picture that Charlie Minell put at this past week, like at the GNC Pro Performance 2001? The picture of me, John, RJ Molinier, and
Kenny Hughes.
Hughes.
Yeah.
That tournament, it was funny because I was working that morning, if I'm not mistaken, and I went to New York to pull that tournament. I didn't know it was that big. It's funny. That's why it's good when you're younger. You know, I didn't even know it was a super big. Somebody told me, "Oh, we didn't have internet like we have today." So there's gonna be a good tournament over there. They're gonna give like I think it was $1,000 first place. I'm like, oh, let's go.
You went there. John Burzing is there.
I think we worked that Saturday morning, and we went over there. They used to close the registration just like 1 hour before they start the event. So like got over there, and then there's a big amount of people. Like Ron Beth was there, Dave Randall, everybody, Travis, the lightweight guy, Chad Silvers, Vepka Zankiraza, I think he was there.
Samkaradze, yeah.
Tom
Yeah.
Zink. Everybody was there, and I'm like, I had no idea it was that high caliber tournament.
Mhm.
And then I weighed like with clothes. I think I weighed 98 kilos. I was light. Like it's probably 96 kilos maybe.
Mhm.
So yeah, I
And you
remember
won the heavyweight.
you're not gonna pull 90 kilos. I'm like, no, I don't have time to lose any weight. Like, okay. Like there's some heavyweight guys over here. Dave Randall is here. I'm like, who's Dave Randall? Then he showed me. I'm like, oh my God.
Oh, you didn't know him, Dave Randall.
No.
Are you serious?
I knew all the other guys. I didn't know Dave Randall. It was the first time I met him. So
Did you pull him? Did you get to pull him that day?
yeah, I beat him. Semi-final.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I saw him crushing. He crushed Travis. He crushed Rombath, right? And I was
Yeah.
beating the other guys. I had a better side of the bracket that day.
Uh-huh.
Then it was me and him in the semifinal, and I was trying to top her. I couldn't. He just went. You remember how the way he sat? And
Yeah. Shoulder press, yeah.
he couldn't beat me. Then I'm like, okay, I'm in a match. Then I
Your
brought him
bicep
back,
hold it.
and then we have a long match. Then I ended up beating him. Then everybody was surprised. Then I think he was so bad for his head, he ended up losing after for Travis beat Rombat and Travis beat him, and I beat Travis in the final.
Yeah. You know, Marcio, weighing 100 kilo or even a little bit under, and then pulling those guys and beating is incredible. Seriously. David Randall, Travis Bagent, it's just like incredible because like probably in his prime, we can still say that early 2000s are Rambet's prime, we can still say, I believe. And probably John Bursing and you are the only ones that, beating him while weighing even a little bit, below him, It's incredible job, incredible,
I pull a lot of tournaments weighing about 100 kilos or less.
Yeah.
Just people think I'm much heavier, but I'm not. Like right now, I'm about 110 kilos, but I'm not super. Like it's because the way I look like a muscle guy.
Yeah. But you get older, you also gain some weight, You are not probably as ripped as, you were when you were like
No.
35 or something, yeah.
No, of course.
But imagine that you were a little bit taller and you were like 125, 130 kilo guy. Probably the guys we are talking about right now, probably they could hardly beat you. Probably, maybe not even.
I always tell the guys, like, if I have more time to dedicate to the sport, because I work too much. You know how work in America, right? How people that work in construction.
I did roofing for years.
Yeah,
it's a very hard job too. Very hard job, Yeah, I know how it is. Especially summertime. You do roofing?
I still do jobs. I still dig holes. I use machines right now, but sometimes you have to do a lot of stuff by hand. It's a lot of training.
But I wish that I have it makes you strong too,
Yeah.
Like general, it makes you strong. But not specific for arm wrestling, but your back, lower back, everything. Those shingle bundles, bundles. They were about like 90 pounds each.
Yeah.
They were putting the ladder to the roof. That's turning. Bringing the shingle bundles up. I was asking the guy to put two of them at once, and they are white. So when I was carrying like this, you can't hold with fingers. You need to hold flat finger like this. But because they are white, it was cutting my forearms from here because it's wider than your shoulder. But I was carrying them, and I'm putting the top of the roof. Two of them at a time. It's like together is 82 kilo. Holding, lifting, and putting up there, going down and putting up there. It's like. It was very hard job, but it was making my hands like I was, asking them to put two because I wanted to train my fingers, while working and making money. It's just like
always thinking about arm wrestling, of course.
Yes. Yeah.
It's
Glad that you
not
are
easy.
47
Yeah.
and still
Yeah.
train. I mean,
Marcio, I want to ask one more thing,
Training
about your not only training as well, but you and Wagner Bortolotto. With what's your record with Wagner? Because he's another famous or very well known Brazilian arm wrestler.
Yes. Well, we pull only one time in 2010 when he was current world champion, I believe, or 2009.
where was the
This
world
is a
champion?
story. I went to Brazil to do something else, and there is gonna be the nationals there. And my wife was pregnant that year. It was 2009. Yes, it was the time that I gained weight, like a lot of weight. I was 100 kilo. I went up to 110 during the 9 months of pregnancy of my wife. So I was eating ice cream. I was a little bit getting fat, a little bit kind of. And then I went over there. I was just bare. I was start training back again. And then I heard about the nationals over there and the chance to pull Wagner. And I'm like, let me try. Let me see how good he is because he seems to be very good. Both arms he was good. I know he's more knowing for his left, but he took second place or 2 or 3 times in WAF.
Yeah, with
He
right
lost
as well.
one time to
Dima
Dmitry
Kochev, Dima Kochev,
and he lost
2007, I think, was
Gennady,
final.
right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So, but he was going. He was good. So I pull him lefty. I lost the first match and the final. I make it 1-1, and the last one I lost on fouls, I believe. And the right-handed, we pull in a class. I beat him the 2 times, and then they did kind of a super match right after the nationals. They got the 2 best at 100 to 110, and the 2 best from 110 over. And the 4 of us will pull for, I don't know, 1,000. The money from Brazil, it's like maybe it's not much, like 500 or 6, like let's say $1,000, right? Let's say. So we pull, and it was me and Wagner in the final, and I beat him another 2 times. I beat the other guys I did one super match with a guy from the super heavyweight. I beat him. Then I met Wagner in the final, and then I beat him again. But lefty is 2-1 for him, and righty is 4-0 for me. Let's say.
Yeah, the guy that you mentioned, Janis Dima Kochev,
Yeah.
when he won the 110 kilo in Bulgaria, he was 93 kilo.
He's
Yes.
incredible.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's incredible.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
He was really strong.
Yeah. He was short time in arm wrestling.
Short
Yeah,
time,
like
but he
3-4
didn't
years, right?
realize his potential. I think he didn't realize his potential at all.
Yeah.
He could be much,
John
much.
Brazil pulled him in a super match.
Yes,
I
with
think
right
they scored
arm.
2 to
5-1. 5-1.
5-1. But there was
Yeah.
rumors that Dima was injured at that time, and he couldn't went inside as he usually did. He was going just for a top row when he pulled against John, because he was injured and couldn't go inside with John.
I remember
he was not going inside really.
Yeah, he was.
Pushkar too.
He was holding with wrist and then even rolling out, at the
Yes,
end.
like dragging, yeah.
Yeah,
But with
you remember Ruslan Kokoyev?
Ruslan Kokoyev, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Ruslan Kokoyev was also holding low, little bit, wrist, and then they were just even pronating out. Yeah, dragging and pronating a little bit even.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You have met Ruslan Kokoyev? Anytime? No, never.
No, me. No, I just saw him pull in 1999 WAF Worlds.
You were there in Russia?
You
were there? Vladikavkaz, you were there? Wow.
Yeah, I was there. I took 3rd. I beat Taras and I lost to Jan Germanos.
Yeah. I'm going to ask you something if you were there. How was the overalls? Because I saw you in a video that Cobra top rolled Yawahadze, the super heavyweight, even in the strap, and he holding like 20 seconds or something. The super heavyweight champion.
Really good, but Cobra lost only for Alan Karev and this other guy that you mentioned.
Yawahadze,
good matches and a hook. He hold him like they were trying to pin him, and he was holding like this. Boom, boom.
He was holding Yawahadze. I saw he took his wrist, and then Yawahadze was trying to beat him. And this guy was the super heavyweight champion. I think who won the the class, Alankaraev won or Yavahadze won there?
No, the Georgian guy.
In the class or overalls?
The class, the Georgian guy won. Alankarev took second.
And the overalls?
The overalls, Kokoev won.
Oh, Kokoev won. Yeah. Wow. And how did Kokoev beat them?
I think
Easy?
he flashed them.
Yeah.
I think he flashed them. I think Alankarev won the class.
Yeah, class,
And
yes.
the overalls, he lost to
Yavahadze.
Kokoev
And Yavahadze.
the guy he beat in the class, the Georgian guy. He lost.
Yes. This is what I heard, yeah. Alan won the class.
But
And then
was amazing there in his class.
Yes. He beat Fadzino, he beat Alex Mundishvili, he beat Karajev. And all these are, in fact, Russians, but they allow them, they allow all of them, to compete. There one was like Azerbaijan or something. That time it was, very.
It's very strong there.
Yeah, Cobra. Yeah, I mean, like winning that class, you go into heart of Russia. It's Vladikavkaz. You go in. You understand? It is the Ossetia, the heart of arm wrestling. And then you beating all those guys, Russians there, even more than how many should be there. You understand? And then beating all of them and going to the overalls and topple in Yavahadze. I mean, Yavahadze is like near 200 kilo guy, like 170, 180 kilo guy. Because I remember Alan in 2000, Istanbul, he stepped on a scale, it was 180 kilo, it errored, it didn't show anymore, So they are probably was very near to 200 kilo guys.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a lot of weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there 1999 was very strong WAF words.
And in India, 97, you pull in 85 kilo right arm or 90 kilo? 85.
Yes, in India, 85 kilos. I believe Kokoev in India was 85 kilos.
I think Dmitry Ivanov and Germanos did final there. And I remember a match that was not so fair. I don't remember it was unfair to Germanos or unfair to Dmitry. Maybe I remember the name wrong. Was it Dmitry Ivanov? Or
Ukrainian.
So.
Dmitry
Ivanov. No. Russian guy. It was Russian guy. But
Russian guy.
Yeah, Russian guy.
Dmitry Ivanov was Ukrainian.
Okay, then maybe.
No, the Russian guy won the 85 kilos. Germanos took second.
Second, yeah. But I remember. Also, do you remember the match between, we mentioned a few times, but maybe you remember clearer than, I remember. Do you remember the match between Erekle and Bilbirzink in 96, 90 kilo?
Yes.
Like that match, long match. And like, I kind of like, I don't want to say anything. Bilbirzink is a great legend.
I want to say.
But it was like kind of like
weird, yeah.
Yeah, unfair to
Erekle beat him first time. And
yes,
then in the
and
finals,
also, I think he again beat him or something. They said something like
they gave him fouls.
Foul or something, something. And then, but at the end, he ended up.
I think it was 1-1, and then somehow Bilbirzink managed to beat him in a worse position.
Yeah. But it was incredible match.
It was very strong.
I remember that match. I remember the 85 kilo you versus Anatoly. You took his risk, but he's just always like going like with the.
He was very strong.
Side pressure, very good, like pressing. He wasn't flashing guy, but he had incredible pressure to the sideway,
Yeah,
incredible.
Very strong to the side. Well, in 1999, he beat Germanos in hook. Side pressure is.
I think Germanos ended up winning that class.
Yeah, Germanos ended up winning. Yeah, he beat him in the prelims, and then in the final, they gave me an unfair start with Germanos in the semifinal. I went straight to the hook, but I was in a bad position. If I knew they were going to do that, I would just go with him. But it was a bad position. They even changed the refs, I remember, because I was flashing everybody. I had a tough match with Anatoly. I think it was first match that year. I think it's first or second match. Maybe first match. Then I ended up losing. And then I went to the B side. It was a huge class. So I think I managed to win 7 or 8 matches to be back to the semifinal. It was long day, and I beat a lot of guys. I was flashing everybody. I beat Taras very quick.
So you
I
were
didn't
in
want
good
to go on
form.
the straps with him, so I grabbed his fingers. On a go, I just grabbed his fingers and shoulder, quick.
So you were in good form, very good form. But you kind of wasn't any. You were not any lower than them then. Those Anatoly and Germans, because you said the first round you met Anatoly, and you said that you had a good match with him, right?
hmm
So it just means that you were at their level. Not they were not like ahead of you.
Yeah, then I
Not
lost
not so
semifinal
much.
to young Germanos, but he got me in a position that it was almost like this, and I was the ref put me too much open. I see they changing the refs because I was splashing so many people, like one after another. And they told me when Germanos was semifinal, he said, now I think his coach was asking to change the ref. I'm like, why? They're afraid or something to be flashed. Then I end up in the hook real quick. I try the top row. When they catch you, like try the top row and you end up getting in the hook,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
your angle's not good.
Uh-huh.
And then his bicep is so strong. But I figure if I go in at the same time with my shoulder, it'll be a different story maybe.
So
And now we
he beat you easy there in the semifinal.
maybe 10 seconds.
Okay, yeah.
Hold them a little bit. But it was not.
Yanis,
I felt like
Yanis, have you ever seen them? Germanos Anatoly final match from '99. Have you seen
it
them?
was
Yes, I
crazy
have seen
match.
that
It
video.
was long.
Probably like two minutes match. Like very long. And then
Yeah.
I think a few starts happen. A few starts. So it means that if you pull Germanos before Anatoly, it means that Anatoly beat Germanos and sent him to the B side.
hmm
So Germanos had to beat Anatoly twice in the final.
Yes.
Okay,
He
okay,
did.
okay. But do you remember that first match that Anatoly? It's impressive that Anatoly beat you after a tough match and then still beat Germanos and sent him to the B side.
It was not such a. It's not. Germanos was tougher match. Like let's say my match with him probably I don't know when they start maybe 15 seconds,
With
and with
Anatoly.
Germanos was like almost like a minute. Maybe no less. 30, 40 seconds hook match, and then he beat Germanos. Then in the final was longer. It was like over a
Okay.
minute, right?
Yeah.
It was crazy, crazy match.
Probably you guys cannot see me, right?
Oh no, Engin, you're such a it's like a black
Dark.
screen there completely.
Sitting in the dark. Yeah.
Anyways, so
Dark in snow in Turkey.
It- It's same time in Latvia and in Turkey. It's same time, but it's already like almost night. And it's still sunny outside here. So it's
Yeah.
mm,
we are much more to north than you.
Yeah.
Over here is
Yeah.
it's day. Over there is night, right? 7 hours we are different, right? The
It's
Yes, yes.
8:43 p.m.
8:43. So we are almost like 2 hours we are chatting, huh? Wow.
Yeah.
Arm wrestling time always flies, I don't. I mean,
Isn't that true?
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Engin
Doesn't
is
like
just
to talk
very,
about things that happened in the past and stuff
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
Engin loves when someone knows his facts. When he's like he will test you. You will say like I pulled this guy in the final. He's like, yeah. But you
Yeah.
remember, you passed his test. I think you passed his test.
Yeah. I give it 95. Okay. Yeah, but I want to say one more time, this guy is a legend. With the weight that he is in and the guys that he has beaten, he deserves much more than I think people realizes. That is what I want to mention because it is not, you don't see around like so many guys like this. So they have done it for 30 years, just say 25 years internationally, and then we really need to mention this because this guy deserves. If we natural ground, crew, if we are not gonna mention, who's gonna mention? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what used to bother me? Like with the Instagram, like it's a lot of new. It's a lot of guys they have no idea. They just know what's happening right now, right?
Yes.
And the guys go to, well, for example, last year I beat Cross. Like, oh my God, it's the first time I'm seeing this guy winning a match. I'm like,
Oh
you
yeah.
gotta be. Other guys say, oh, I never see this guy winning a match. I'm like,
We have a
wow.
lot of new fans that have no. They just see Devon, yeah, and they will see Tsiplenko or Levant, and that's all. That's all arm wrestling. That's all. Everyone is in the same class. Everyone's, there's one world champion,
Yeah.
and the one who has more views. So
But
it's
do you know why? Do you know why?
Tell
Because
you,
there are two professional organizations, and it is very normal that they are only shining their guys. You
of course.
understand?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then people like us, neutral ground. If you realize that from the first interview with John and Devon and Neil till now, and even on the Facebook page, I tried to mention all the guys from the past, so they need to know these things, because if we don't show the respect they deserve,
Yeah.
I mean, the guys that they are now is just like polishing now, like the best guys, they will not be remembered in the future either, You understand? Because like everyone will say that today matters, and then they will say, oh, what's today? Who's better? Levan better. Like 20 years later, they will say there will be a guy, just say his name is George, and then he would kill Levan. You understand? Because in year 2020, all the guys were weak. You understand? Only
Yeah.
today the guys are.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. This is what they say. They don't. They. I don't know why they think this way, because I don't understand. Do they think that in 20 years that there was like a human evolution? Just that everything is just like oh, different muscles are coming up and even more stronger. I mean, just come on,
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
do we agree that arm wrestling is the best training? Because you are as strong as what you transfer to table, and the arm wrestling is all about the, person's ability, intelligence, speed, all those things. I don't think that people get faster in last 20 years. I don't think that people get smarter in past 20 years. I
Maybe
don't
smart.
think.
Maybe smarter. Maybe smarter.
No,
it's
no, no.
more, it's we share more information. I would say that everything
Yes,
else.
yes.
Same.
Baba, when you say like smarter, like, I can tell you that, I was like pulling better than I'm pulling today. You understand? But I was at that time much smarter because I wasn't hurt, I wasn't injured. It is up to potential. Who can say that today is someone smarter than 1990 John Brusing? Just say.
Yeah.
When you say like you are sharing information, it is mostly about the weightlifting or something. But at the table, it doesn't matter how much you share. What matters is that how much you can do it. And it is like the person, special person, like Maradona was and Pele was, you understand? These guys were like Michael Jordan was, you understand? Like you can't train to become Michael Jordan. You're born that way. So I'm just saying that special people comes in different decades. You cannot just say that the most recent is the best. I don't agree with that.
No,
Especially the physical combat sports. You understand? I think that I cannot say that. There has been like who is the best wrestler ever that you just see. They mentioned Alexander Karolin. There are mentioned, maybe you don't know Hamza Yerlikaya. There was, the Olympic champion from Turkey. Because they were special people. They are not only special by just those training that they see on the YouTube, but just to do it better. They were doing better, And don't you agree that, today's all those methods and then information are shared? In fact, they are invented by the people that last 20 years today. I'm just saying that I am the inventor. How can the guy who is taught by me can be better than me? Because he is only doing it because I tell him to do it. But I invented that by the experience. You understand? Be building on something I lived. I made mistake. I did right, and this and the experience. It's right here. Those guys is just learning, looking at internet, and then just saying, okay, this is the best, but he doesn't know why it is invented. So all those guys that today is like called legends are the ones that, in fact, the foundation of the information that today is shared.
Yeah.
That is.
I'll say amen to that. It's true.
Yep. Okay. before Engin goes on another rant, we need to finish this
Come
up.
on, just one time be thankful. Always complain. Okay, next time I will put a tape here.
No. You said everything right. You said everything right.
I cannot say
we
that
need
here.
to respect the foundation that is built for this great sport.
Of course.
Thank you, Marcio, for being with us. It was really
a pleasure.
cool that you chatted with us, and I just love this information time that someone is on other side of the planet, and we are in Latvia, you're in USA, and Engin's Turkey, and we
In
can
the dark side.
in the dark side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You take care, Marcio. Thank you for
Thank you very
being with
much.
us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
It
you,
was a
Marcio.
pleasure to be with you guys.